Hi everyone, I'm Emily from Ignite Yoga, and I'm here to share my journey to health and wellness, and also reinforce the idea of powerful far supersedes pretty. And I'm going to start with my picture of my daughters, as I went through all the pictures to come up with these 20 slides, and 99% of my pictures were of my daughters, and so that kind of shows you where my journey began. As a mom, there's 0 pictures of me. So here is me as a 4-year-old. I look kind of sad, right? That honestly was a dark part of my life. My parents were going through a divorce, and I think it honestly brings in a seated point of insecurity and unsureness. And now I show you my beautiful, pretty sister, Christy. She's the one on the left, I'm the one on the right. And all of my life, she was always more celebrated, not within our family because she was beautiful. She was also smart and talented, but the world gave her far more attention, and so as a younger child looking up to her, I had deep-seated insecurities. So I'm going to go on to my next couple slides. This is my daughter, Sunny. The next couple slides, again, are of my kids. And fast forward to my life as a mom. So as a mom, my life was baking cookies, taking my kids to soccer, going to yoga, or taking them to swim class. They didn't do yoga. And that's Libby, isn't she so cute? I lost myself, and when I looked in the mirror, I realized I was tired, and I had no sense of who I was as a woman. And so that leads me to my next slide, which is a picture of me, which will come up after my first 13.1. I signed myself up for a half marathon to challenge myself. And what I noticed was my body was beginning to transform, and I was getting more attention as a woman because of the way I looked. I looked in the mirror, and actually I could wear jeans the same size as my sister, and so I felt pretty good about myself. This is me with my daughters, but they were actually there to see it all, young girls. And so then it became eat, sleep, run. Eat, sleep, run. That's what I did. That was my repetition, because I thought the more I ran, the better I would feel, the more physical attention that I got, the better the world would be, the happier I would be. But my body started to pay the price of it, and I noticed that my body was fatigued, and actually I was more tired than ever, which led me to my first yoga class with Kathy Vince. This is Kathy. I went to my first yoga class thinking that I was going to stretch my body. That was my goal. But as I was looking around, I didn't know what I was doing, and I was really concerned how I was looking. And Kathy whispered to me, "Don't worry about how it looks. It's about how it feels." There set the tone of my journey with yoga. Love Kathy Vince. And then I began going to yoga more and more, and I realized that not only yoga was transforming me, stretching my body and giving me a sense of stretch, it was stretching my mind. I was breathing more, I was more aware of my surroundings, and I actually was far more happier. So, insert my brother-in-law, James. James is a badass. I'm not going to say it, or I can't say it more. Marathons, golf, surf, whatever it is. He's like, "You got to try hot yoga. You'll love it." So on a visit to California, he's like, "All right, we're going to go to this class. 90 minutes, 105 degrees, 26 poses." And my ass was kicked, and my mind was transformed. Knew that that was a passion. So I came back to Iowa. This is me running at Ada Hayden, still a passion for me. And I was thinking to myself, all right, this is it, Emily. You have one chance. You can either do this now, or you'll miss it. You have the chance to not only change your lives, but the opportunity to change the lives of others. You need this for yourself. And so, even though I was full of self-doubt, that sad child was definitely reminding me and creeping in with all of my insecurities, my sister came to visit, the beautiful one, the pretty one. And she said to me, she's the one that told me to do it. So I signed myself up for a 200-hour teacher training. And what I didn't realize is that my time away from my family was actually doing great things for my kids. They stopped looking for me for answers, and they figured stuff out on themselves. And so it was not only a challenge for me, but a challenge for my family. And this is the bare bones of Ignite Yoga. This is what it came down to. I came back from teacher training and realized, okay, I gotta get a plan together, I gotta get a logo, I gotta go to the bank for a loan, all by myself without anybody else. And also hire teachers, and hey, remember, you gotta teach some classes, so I had to practice some classes too. and then this is my community. They bring me so much joy. It wasn't for me. If it wasn't for the community, I wouldn't be who I am. I walk in with tears. They walk in with tears. It's hugs and love. Yoga teaches us not only to be grateful for what our body brings for us, but yoga also brings us together as a community to do more. And we do fun things like run half marathons. And these are a lot of people that did it for the first time. This is my daughter to the right of me, or to the right. This is her first half marathon at 13. She was watching the whole time. So grateful. And so I got to be on the cover of a magazine. Now granted, it was the Ames Living magazine. I have no makeup on, I'm sweaty, my hair's pulled back in a bun, but there's no Photoshop going on. If the beauty is going to come, it needs to come from within. And to me, this is one of the proudest moments of my experience. Couldn't be more grateful. And so I also have the pleasure of working with the high school students, which has been one of the biggest joys of my life. I feel like by teaching the kids at a younger age to invite in mindfulness, to invite in presence, to breathe, to let go of what you look like on the outside and focus more on how you feel on the inside, if you can do it young, you can change the world. Definitely change yourself. Hey, how about this? I get the opportunity to work with a lot of athletes, especially the Iowa State men's basketball team, which is super awesome because this is totally outside of their box, and somehow I get to be a small part of their training, which has been a huge highlight. And so finally, a few years ago, I was recognized by Lululemon and asked to be an ambassador. If you're not familiar with Lululemon, I know they have some bad press, but they really changed their branding. They're an awesome health and wellness company, and I had the joy of being a part of it. And they did a campaign that said, replace pretty with powerful. And that so resonated with me. Because I feel like if you can replace the word pretty with powerful, especially as a woman, you can do whatever you put your mind to. It's really what's on the inside that counts.